Hi everybody, and thanks very much for joining me in this real impromptu live. I certainly didn't think I was going to be doing a live when I woke up this morning, but I was sitting here journaling away as you do, quietly to myself, and well, I can't have invented this. Somebody's obviously thought about it before me, but it's an invention to me, and I thought I'd share it with you because it's just a nice little thing to put in your journals. I've made this version of it, which has got the tuck spot at the top. I like that, and it opens down the side. And I've just popped in little sort of. Mr. F found them in a charity shop. These little sort of file folder things. Really, they're not folders. I mean, they're great. I wish he'd found more of them. Like this. That's what they're like, both sides, just like that. So you can easily put anything that you want on there. So I've popped one in the side there, and that's the top tuck one. And this is going in a journal that I'm making for a lady. And she doesn't want lace or ribbon stuff on it, so it's very plain. But you know, you could easily pop some lace along the top there and bejazzle it up a bit. And the other version of it is this one, which is sort of tuck spot at the bottom, if you like, really. And you can just tuck your ephemera into there. You've got this bit at the back, which has got I've just put a bit of coffee stain paper on there for journaling. And that just slots into there. And isn't that neat? So I'm just going to quickly show you what I did, how I achieved it. It's ever so easy. And like I say, somebody obviously must have thought of this before me, but I'll pass it on to you. So I'm imagining that I'm making a journal out of A4 pages, and what I always do is fold my A4 in half, and that's my standard journal size. I know I have made larger ones with the file folders, but this is what I would class as my regular journal size, half A4. So what I want to do is just decorate the outside of this a little bit. Let me just check I'm doing this the right way up. I want this here. Yeah, okay. So I've got options on how I can decorate the outside. But I want something that's just going to take the plainness off it without it being too in your face. My goodness, there's more of you here than I thought there would be. Hello, everyone. Hi, Mabel. You've just caught my eye. Yeah, let's do a roll call.
Carol was first up.
Carol, hello.
Sharon Brunner.
Hello, Sharon.
Hilda.
Hello, Hilda.
Joe Ray.
Hello, Joe.
Me.
Hello, you.
Georgia Owen.
Hello, George. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're all right.
It's 10 a.m. there and it's storming.
Oh.
Mabel.
Hello, Mabel. Nice to see you.
Shaz.
Oh, Shaz, hi. Right, so I'm just going to crack on because I don't want this to be the longest video in the world because you'll just get fed up. So what I could do is I could use my little stencil that you've seen me use it 100 times. Just go around it and gently put some roses around there. Or I could use a butterfly stamp and just put some butterflies around the edge. And I think actually that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this butterfly because I like it. And I'm just using the ordinary distress ink that I generally use, the antique linen. I generally use that one for around the edges of things because it's just not too dark. So I'm just going to go around the edge like that. So when I've got my thing in place, you'll just see the edges of the butterflies. Just adds a bit of interest to things. Going on around the top. So it only takes a couple of seconds to do this, but it's worth it, I think. Just adds a little bit of interest to the page. Down this side. I like this antique linen for this because it's nice and light. Doesn't detract from what you put in the centre of the page. Shaz, I'm aware that you're waiting for a big shot sort of video. It's coming. Believe me, it is coming. So there we are. We've got pretty butterflies all the way around. They're very much in the background, really, but they will take that plainness off the page. So let's get cracking on the exciting bit. So this is an envelope, ordinary kind of envelope, nice quality envelope actually, and it's, look at how organised I am, guys. This is not like me. It's 9 inches by 6 1/4 or 23 centimetres by 16. Now that's the size that this is. You could actually do this with any envelope, but what it does need, it needs to have a pointy bit at the back. So those ones that are just, oh, paper cut. Ooh. Those ones that have just got a flap on the back, I don't know if they'd work so well, actually. I can't believe I just cut myself with an envelope. I'm saying such nice things about it as well. That's gratitude. So I'm going to cut this right in the middle, which is there. So I'm just going to line it up down the edge there, lined up at the bottom, and cut it off. So there we are. So now we've got 2. So that's how come I came to have pocket at the bottom and a flap at the top, because I used them like that. And what you need to do now is ink, because this is very white compared to this, and it'll stand out, and I don't want it really to stand out. I want it to sort of blend. So I'm going to give it a good sort of deep inking coming over into the page, quite a bit, into the envelope I should say. So when we stick our paper on, you won't see any of that white, you just see the inky bit. The lady whose journal this is wants it to be sunflowers and wildflowers and that sort of thing. So that's probably enough for that. And I'm going to do it in this ticking. You guys that know me, you know I love ticking. I just love it. So I'm going to measure this. This is where it folds. So I just want it just sort of slightly up from there, just so it's not interfering with the fold. Slightly in from that edge, but you know, not a whisper, that's all. And I'm just going to mark that with my pencil. Like I say, just a whisper in from each edge. And then put that down at the bottom there, and you want to move it just a smidge in from there, and mark that at the top there. As you can see, it's about a mil in, something like that. And I shall chop that off there. So line it up, get it square. How are you guys all doing today? I don't know what you were doing when I suddenly crashed into your world. But, you know, there's cricket on the telly, I'm journaling, all pretty much as well with the world, really. And oh, I chopped my mark off. That wasn't close. Oh no, it's there. So I don't know what you guys were up to, but really, what else could you be up to? You've obviously been journaling. There's nothing else to be done, is there, really?
Donna says hi.
Hi, Donna.
And Ruth says hi.
Hello, Ruth. Nice to see you. Right, so that's going to get stuck onto there, like so. But I'm going to ink round here because actually where you cut the paper, if it's white, you get a white edge on it. And I know it's only a tiny bit, but it does catch your eye. So just be careful of that. So we'll just ink round there and then just ink that edge. So there's nothing revolutionary in this, guys, but it might make a nice page or two for your journal. any journal that you're making. And of course you can make it any size that you've got an envelope. You can make it tiny, whatever suits you in your journal. I love this colour and I love this ticking, I must say. Right, so I'm just going to stick that down. Now, this is going to be the pocket here. So we don't want to stick this down onto this bit here, otherwise we're limiting our pocket to there. So we really don't want any glue on this bit here. A nice bead along there is fine, but you know, no more than that. So, right, let's get the glue out. Use Aleene's. So I'm just going to put a bead along there. Come on, glue. Come on. You can do it. That's it. I told you you could. And then from here up, it doesn't take much, it's not really supporting a whole lot. A little bit down there. There we go. So let's stick this down. So make sure you've got it actually exactly right where you want it at the top, because the bottom's going to be covered with a pockety bit. So we can afford to be a little bit out of, you know, on there if anywhere.
Hilda says that's a clever idea what you do with the envelope.
Thanks, Hilda. Right, so stick it down, make sure it's stuck everywhere. You can use your bone folder. I was sticking some coffee stained paper down this morning to something, and I was using my bone folder to get it flat. And lo and behold, it ripped. So I wasn't very, very happy about that. But this is thicker paper, so I think we should be all right with this.
Jerome says she ordered those bottles and got them the next day.
Ah, did you? Yeah, they're really handy. They really are. I should put the lid back on it. Because the nozzle is so fine, they will dry up quickly on you if you're not careful. Right, so now what you can do, if you want to, where's my finished one? Is sew around it. So I've sewn around there on mine. So I'll just do that quickly. So no, I won't actually. I'm not going to sew it. I'm not going to sew. And the next thing to do then is to put some paper on here, and I'm going to use this. The lady whose journal this is really likes these sunflowers, and she likes this lilac colour. So I think that would be a lovely match there. And I'd really like to get that lilac in if I can. So I'm just going to mark my paper there and there, and cut that off. It's always hard with these papers that have got a lot of pattern on to actually see where you've marked them. Oh dear, I'll have to mark that again. I just honestly cannot see it. I want to come up a little bit because I really want that on there. So I'm going to make a very distinct mark here. Okay, that's where it is. And there. So let's just cut that. And I'm just going to use my scalpel if I can find it. Hello.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere you can see it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Just to preserve the paper, you know, the rest of the paper. So I'll just line that up there. Cut across here. Actually, I could have used my rotary cutter. So there we are. We've got this bit that's going to go onto here. So I can glue that on. Oh, found the other mark. I can see it glinting now. I don't want to see it. So I'm just going to erase that while I see it. There we are. So same as the other one, make sure that you've inked it properly. I don't think I can just get both of those lilac bits in, but you know, that's just the way it is.
I want to know what flavour of paper you're using.
Flavour?
In inverted commas. Like what?
It's 160 GSM, and I can't for the life of me remember what that is in American money.
About £24.
Was it 24? It's thick. It's, some people might even class it as card.
Yeah, but I think you might mean the digital pack or whatever.
Oh, it's Liana Scraps is the sunflower one, and the ticking is My Porch Prints. And I requested that Stephanie do the purple ticking, and oh, she's such a sweetie. She had it done that night for me. So it's a Fiona special, is this ticking. I mean, it's available for everybody. Go and buy it. It's gorgeous. So all I'm going to do is just stick that on there. No, you know, I'm going to put glue on here and I'm going to stick it on there. Then I'm going to trim it out. So nothing any more fancy than that. So you see, you can sew around it if you want to. You know what I mean? You can make it really fancy pants, but this is just a quick, get it off. A quick thing just to show you how to do it, and then you can take it and run with it and decorate it and do whatever you fancy doing with it, because there's loads I know that you could do with it. So I have to remember that this is going up, so I want, there's a bit of sort of text on here, so I want that the right way up. So I'm just going to pop that on there. A bit of kitchen towel, because I think I've got a bit excess gluage going on here. Put that there. You can go right to the edge if you want. Stick it down. Yeah, Liana Scraps. I get quite a bit of paper from them actually, DigiKits, and I like them. They're really not expensive, and they're nice. They always print out very nicely. So I managed to stick that to that. I didn't want to. So that's that. Let's just trim that out now. Without cutting the bottom of the envelope would be a good idea. I've just missed it, I think. And trim around here. You've got the template already made for you with the envelope, so it's not difficult. So this is a turn up for the books, isn't it? Me popping up today. Thanks so much for joining me.
Surprise for all of us, especially me.
Yeah, no, I thought I was going to be on my own. Doesn't that look so pretty? It just picks that up. It's gorgeous. So let's ink around there, just in keeping with the rest of it. I'm using Vintage Photo Distress ink, which is a kind of mid-brown. I like it. It's not too dark, but it's enough to show.
Jewellery says 160 grams is £90.
No. Is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was 34.
Diane Johnson says good morning.
Morning, Diane.
And
Thanks for
Candice
joining.
Andrews says hi, and Ross says hi.
Hi, Candice. Hi, Ross. No, got so many people today. Right, so which is the open side? This is the open side here, I think. No, this is the open side. So just make sure it's properly open and that you haven't, none of the glue's oozed into the bit that you want. It sometimes does, but just a gentle, actually we're all right here, a gentle bit of a fidurcle with your bone folder will easily sort that out. So this is now going to get glued on here. The thing is that this is this bit here that's going to get glued, that's carrying the whole weight for whatever you're going to put in and out of it. And I really want to make sure that that's stuck down fast, because I hate the idea of somebody putting something in there and it pings off. I mean, that's just, I can't bear the thought of it. So I'm going to use belt and braces here and put a bit of double-sided down there. I've got some Teflon scissors. Look at this. Thank you, Hilda.
£60 is 160.
£60.
£60
Yeah.
is 160
grams. Okay. So £60, folks.
Well, that's in cover weight paper. If it's text paper, it's 88.
So you're right with a 90, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
It gets complicated converting from one to the other.
I'm complicated. I've complicated myself. So just unpick your the back of your double-sided, and I'm actually going to add onto there some glue as well. I told you this was belt and braces, but you know, so I'm going to add some Fabri-Tac on there, so it's not going to argue with this. I hope.
BT says hi.
Hi BT. How is it in South Africa? Beautiful Port Elizabeth.
It's 5:20 there apparently.
All right. I know you're pretty similar to us. You're not that far out. So there we are. That should be stuck. I was going to say stuck for Britain, but we're all around the world, so stuck for everybody, let's hope. So the next thing to do is, where did I put those cards I was showing you? Yeah, these. These come, and the pokey out bit is sort of either at the top, the bottom, about there, or in the middle. I quite like them in the middle, so I'm just going to select that one with the bit there, and I'm just going to check that fits. It kind of does, but it's a bit tight, so I might have to just trim off a little bit. No, that's perfect. Oh boy, anybody think we did this for a living? So you can, once again, with this card, you can go to town on it, decorate it, put a little eyelet in, put some beads on it, and put anything at all that you like on the card itself. You know, that's entirely up to you. But what I am going to do is just make a little thumb hole. Let's just measure that. It's about 16 centimetres. Hello, pencil. How could you lose something? Oh, dear me. So I'm just going to put a little mark at 8 there. And I've got my 1-inch hole punch here. I'm just going to open that up. And it is a bit tricky, this. Excuse me, I've got a runny nose today. I think I've got an allergy, actually, because it's not a cold. I think it must be some sort of blooming allergy. I've been sorting the plants out, you know, the house plants. And I think something's got, as they say, right up my nose. So I'm putting it in that way so I can actually see where I am. And I'm just going to line that line up with a little knobble on the bottom and cut that. Now beware if you've sewn around it, because you're going to be chopping through your stitches. So just beware of that. If you do that and you do chop through your stitches, just take a little bit of glue on your finger. On the back is fine, and just secure the threads on the back, because otherwise the stitches will come undone and it'll look a right dog's dinner. So you can see there now we've got a little bit of white showing, and I don't like that. It's not in keeping with everything else that we've done. I don't know. I don't know where anything is today. Oh dear me, I've lost my little dauber. Never mind, I'll use this. It'll be fine. And just colour in that little bit there. Just take the whiteness off it. That's all you need to do, like that. So there, when you look at it, it's not white. It just jars. So let's pop that in there so we can see. Imagine that's all decorated. Nicey, nicey, nicey. That goes in there. Perfectly in the middle. Got this pocket which you can put anything you like in there. The world is your oyster. I've just selected this. I'm not saying that is what's going to go in, and it needs backing and everything else, just to show you really what it looks like. So then what you need to do is get your bit of butterfly decorated paper and select where you're going to put that. And you see now how nice, how pretty those butterflies look around it, I think anyway. Just going to take that out. It's just getting on my wig. And what I would do if I was going to stick it down, but I'm not sure this is where it's going yet, is I would take my ruler, I would measure where I want it to go, and I want it to go about 3/4 of an inch in. Actually, that's the wrong side. Look, I need it on this side because this is the one that opens. So I need it to be on this side. Okay, guys? So pay attention to that because, I mean, that doesn't bother me because the whole journal's going to get decorated. But I'll just... I can't make a better of that. No, I can't. So I'm going to have to say that this is the side it's going on to. Let's quickly whiz around with the butterfly again. Oh, I'll do the butterflies. It really doesn't take 5 minutes to do it. It doesn't take anything like 5 minutes to do this. But I do think that the result that you get from doing it is worth it. So I'm just doing these as if they were sort of flying off the page, really. Just half a butterfly at a time. And a whole one at the top corner. Oh, he's going to have to go a bit like that. I haven't left much room. And then just a bit of a one there, perhaps. One here. And you know, you get the picture. Literally get the picture. So there we are. So that's something to be aware of, which way you want the opening to be. It's always better to have the opening on the side of the page. It's easier to pull. If this is your central where it's sewn in your signature and you're trying to flap around getting this out, it's not going to work very well. So make sure that you have it like that. I love those butterflies. I think they're just so nice. So yeah, what I would do now is just see where I want that. And if I put it at 3/4 of an inch, that's just on that edge. And I think that looks nice. So I'm going to leave my ruler there at 3/4 of an inch. Well, I can put it back because I know it's 3/4 of an inch, okay? And what I'm going to do is, this is another belt and braces job, guys. You don't want this to be coming off the page. I don't. Nobody does. It would just be embarrassing. So I'm going to put double-sided all the way along the outside. I told Mr. F this would be the quickest live ever. I told him it would be 20 minutes. So I don't know how long I've been. Oh, I've been half an hour. Oh, heck. I'm a bit over time. He looked at me like, no, you won't do it in 20 minutes. And I said, yeah, well, it's really, really quick.
You can't boil a 3-minute egg in 20 minutes.
So Yeah, it's obviously turned out to be longer than I thought it was going to be. Isn't that the story of my life? And I'm just going to put a couple of bits up the middle here. Like I tell you, belt and braces, guys.
Shad would like to know where you got the tab inserts from.
Well, Mr. F got them from a charity shop. And actually, just before I went on live, I was looking at my phone to see if I could find somewhere that sells them. The company is called jet.co.uk, but I think they must have gone the way of many because I can't find it. If I do find some, I'll post them on the group. The group I'm referring to, guys, just in case there's somebody on here that isn't familiar with our group, we have a sister group on Facebook called Miss Paintalot's Junk Journal Group. And if you're interested in junk journals, you'd be very, very welcome there. We're a lovely group. We do some really nice things, some madcap things, but it's enjoyable, I think. Everyone seems to have a nice time. So that's the tape off there. And before I put the glue on, I'm going to put my ruler where I want it. I want this to be 3/4 of an inch from the edge, from that centre edge that is, and put a bit of glue on here. This is not going to move. Well, I say that, it better not move. There's no more I can do to it to get it to not move. So I'm just putting a little bit of Fabri-Tac over that double-sided, little bit in the sort of central areas where there's no double-sided at all, and plenty down that leading edge where it's really going to get the most use. And make sure your ruler's still straight. Put that up against it like so, and it's going to have to be straight because your ruler says so. So there we are. It's a little over 20 minutes. It's like blinking Ready Steady Cook or something, isn't it? I'm just going to take that out. And Ready Steady Cook, guys, I don't know if you get it in other countries, but I haven't watched it for years, but they get given ingredients and they have to make a dish out of it in something like 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. And that's a bit like what this feels today. I've put the constraint on myself, so I can't blame anybody but myself. So there we are. There you go. Decorate away. You know, it's blank. It's ready for decoration. I'm going to look for these cards because they're gorgeous. No, it doesn't want to go in. Go on, get in. Just.
There's similar ones on Amazon.
Oh, is there?
Oxford Index card guides with blank tabs.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, there are
so
similar
there we
ones
go.
around.
That goes in there. Like I say, you could decorate this. You could stamp down there with a name or a date or just text of some sort. Sort yourself out a nice journaling card and pop that in there. This is a bit too big. You can't see the detail of the pocket. But there you go. And we've still got half an envelope left to go. I could use that for another pocket like that or for a tuck like that. There you go. Where you go? Oh, Bobby says hi. Okay. You sorted?
5x3s.
6x4 actually.
6x4.
But 5x3 might be quite nice as well.
And there's some there with A to Z on them.
Oh yeah, I saw those. They'd be alright. So there you go, guys. There's a little idea for you to amuse you today. Like I say, somebody will have thought of this before me, so I'm not claiming it as my own, except I actually thought of it myself today. If we find
so people can see
that's what
the sizes on and everything.
They're called Concord plain guide cards, medium weight buff manila 6x4, one set of 25 cards. And it says here www.jet.co.uk, but I can't I can't go to that site, so I'm guessing it's no longer there. but they're handy, aren't they? Nice little things. I mean, I could take them and make my own out of some card, but why would I when these are available? So there you go. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's really, really nice to see you all. I can't believe so many of you have joined me. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on Saturday at 2 o'clock, where we'll be carrying on our project. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.